Hey everyone, welcome back to a new speed build. This is a collab with my friend Lucas, otherwise known as 𝙂𝘼𝘼𝙀𝙎 I will have his channel as well as all the other videos that complete the speed build linked in the description box, so be sure to check that out. Lucas built the exterior, so you will find the exterior parts on his channel, and I built the interior, so you will find the interior parts on my channel. Also, in the description box, you will find decal codes, credits, and other useful tips that will help you complete this speed build. So please check it out. You will not regret it. I will also be doing a little voiceover in the speed build part, so for now, enjoy the tour. Congratulations, you made it to the speed build part of this video. I haven't done a voiceover before, like during the speed build, so I decided to try it today. Lucas inspired me to like start doing that, and I honestly think it's a really good idea just because like I can share my thoughts about my building process and like how I did it and like the inspiration behind like all my builds, and just kind of, I don't know, put a person behind my builds and it's not just like a robot. I don't know if people think I'm a robot, but like that's just my hypothesis. That's kind of weird, but I just like, I want people to kind of like get to know me better, so I think it's a good idea. So I'm gonna start doing this like on most of my builds now, so yeah, it'll be kind of fun. I had so much fun building this house because it's a different style than I normally go for. Like, I've built a few modern farmhouses, but I kind of wanted it to be like a little bit different, so this is definitely more boho, but I think it really still fits the modern farmhouse like vibe. And it's also the first time that I was using like transparent decals because a lot of my other builds are like kind of older, so like we didn't have them, but I really loved like playing with the decals, and like the plants make it look so much better, and I'm obsessed with like how like lush and like how much more realistic they are with just like literally anything. And so this build was like so fun and I enjoyed it like so much. And Lucas, like we tried to like aim for a smaller house build because like we've been doing like a lot of bigger builds and I just needed like a break. I needed something like kind of small to kind of like, you know, get something out. And so this is the perfect build for that because I honestly like never got sick of it. Like some builds I kind of stare at it too long and I get sick of it, but this is not one of those builds. I actually loved like pretty much every room, and I feel like I didn't really wimp out on like anything. Maybe the patio furniture, like I hate doing patio furniture, but besides that, I think I did pretty good. And I do like how it turned out, and I never got sick of it, which is like super impressive of me. Also, I guess a new topic, I got a new computer. I got like the iMac. People on my Instagram story, like I had a PC before this and it was like a Windows like PC, and it was like a, I don't know, giant. It took up like my whole desk, and I really liked it, but it's been having so many issues lately. Like it just like always just constantly having issues with like graphics, or like the internet goes out on it even though it's like connected to Ethernet, or like I don't even know how some of the PC works. My brother like knows everything about it. Like he set it up for me. Like love him for that, but he like helped me like fix some stuff, but it was just like not working anymore. Like I constantly had to keep fixing pieces and I was just sick of it. So I invested in the new like Apple computer and I'm obsessed with it. I love it so much. So this is like the first build that I've done with this new computer, and it was kind of confusing at first because I'm a big Apple girl, so like this just felt right, you know, to get a new Apple computer. But like I forgot like how to like organize my files while I was building this, so it was a process because I had to keep like organizing my files, and it was just I guess a little bit of a learning curve, even though I literally have like a laptop that's like Apple and like a phone, but I don't know why. I just had to like figure out how to organize all my builds. So like I feel like I'm gonna miss clips, and I'm really sorry if you guys see any like clips that are not where they are supposed to be. I'm still kind of like learning how to like organize my Mac, so next speed build it'll probably be like more organized and I'll have a more efficient way of like doing it, but definitely a little bit of a learning curve, and that was definitely really annoying because sometimes I'd have to like stop speed building and go like work on the files to make sure they're all lined up. And also might be because I put like my files, they go to my desktop instead of like the document folder thing, so like maybe I should figure out a better method. So let me know in the comments if you like have a better like how you organize your files, because I'm just curious because it's just like disorganized. Like I have some folders for like the specific house I was building, but it's still kind of messy. Like I feel like I forgot some clips in the folder and I had to delete some to save space, and I had to get an external hard drive, which I love it, but it's just a little more, I guess, time consuming because the QuickTime player films in 4K, which I did not know, and it literally takes up so much space like for each video compared to like OBS, which I used on my PC. So that was like, it took up like, I don't know, it's a millibyte, is that what they are? It didn't take up like any storage, and compared to the QuickTime player on my Mac, it takes up 40 gigabytes per video, and there's like at least 12 videos, so I had to like compress files and move them onto the hard drive, so it was a process, but I think I got the hang of it, so next speed build it'll be like a lot better, hopefully. That was just like, I don't know if you guys cared at all about like my computer, but I know people on my Instagram were like debating, because I put a poll and I said like, oh, should I get a new PC, like upgrade the PC, or should I get an iMac? And both upgrades like would be around the same price. The PC would probably be a little bit cheaper, I don't know, but people were debating on my story, so like I loved like the input and I loved hearing people's opinions, but I am like an Apple girly at heart, so like I feel like it just made sense because all of my family has Apple devices and I was like the only person with the PC that was like Windows, and it took up like my whole desk, and I really love having like the space. Now I can actually like not only like do games and like edit videos on my desk, which I was only really able to do on my like with the PC. I can actually like have notebooks and like write stuff, and I can have my laptop on the side, and like it makes it so much easier. So I really love my purchase. People might disagree, I guess, because some people are really advocating for like the PC and the Windows, but like I don't know, I think I'm still team Apple for the time being. I do kind of like the PC, but it was just so hunky and bulky that I really love the streamline and the aesthetic of like the Mac. Okay, so now I'm working on this fireplace, as you can see, and like the living room, and I love the living room, and I'm really excited, like surprised that like normally if you watch my past speed build, it's like I am constantly deleting and like redoing stuff. Like I'll redo like the fireplace like 100 times, but like the living room I didn't. Actually, that's a lie, because the couch I kept redoing and like trying to figure out like what location I wanted to be and like what I wanted to do, and so like that was like definitely a process. But I didn't delete as much as I normally do, I feel like, and I see like a lot of my comments are like, this is the hardest speed build to watch, because I just delete stuff all the time, and like honestly I could edit it all out, and I might in the future, but it takes literally forever to like edit, and I already get like sick of editing sometimes. Like I love editing, but sometimes when it's such like the giantest build ever, it's just so hard to edit. So I see your comments and I do feel sorry, but I don't think I can edit like all of that out, but I will try my best in the future. Although this build was a lot better, I didn't like redo a ton of things and like delete it, so hopefully you guys won't kill me about that. And this build, as you'd probably know, is like only 3 beds, 3 bath, or 2.5 bath, and it cost like $1.7 I think million, and I just think it's hilarious because it's not that big. Like the other build me and Lucas collabed on was 5 beds, like 4 baths, and it was like only 1.6 million. Not only, I mean that's still a lot, obviously, but compared to this one, this is a lot smaller and it's worth more, so like it's kind of funny. But I think the interior is only worth like maybe 300,000. I think the interior is like only 300,000, maybe around there, give or take, I guess. But the landscaping, like Lucas went kind of crazy. I guess it's just the custom decal transparents that make it kind of expensive, but it looks really good. So like I love it. I think it's worth the money. But if you guys don't find that like worth the money, like you don't have to like do the transparent decals, just put in normal trees, because it will make it like 10,000 times less cheaper. So like I said, I think the interior itself is like only probably around 300,000, give or take. Don't quote me on that, it could be very off, but the decals and the landscaping are gonna make it like probably like $1 million. And it's funny because I was working on this and Lucas still had to finish the landscape, and he had about a third of it left, and maybe a little bit more than a third, maybe like half of it left, and he worked for $700,000, and I was like, I think this is enough for us to finish the build. And I was like halfway done with the build, and so I think this will be enough for all of us to use. And I kind of thought so too, because I didn't think it would be that much money, but he used all the money to finish the landscape, so that's kind of funny. And he was like, bad news, we ran out of money, so we had to work for a little bit more. I know you guys are all probably looking at that price and like having a heart attack, because it's a lot of money and it's not that big of a build, but that is the reason why. And it's obviously optional whether or not you want to complete the whole landscape that way or do it yourself, and make it a little bit more expensive or less expensive depending on how you do it. So yeah, just keep that in mind, because I know a ton of people are going to be complaining about how expensive it is. And yeah, it's expensive, but there's a lot of modifications you can do to like not make it expensive. So I hope like that helps. Okay, back to talking about the build. I literally like am having such a hard time like with topics right now, just because, well, this is my first voiceover, so I guess it's not gonna be perfect. But yeah, I'm gonna talk back to like one of my favorite like rooms in the whole house, and I think that would be the kids or like the little girl's bedroom, because I don't know, I really imagined this house as being like a younger parents, and they had like these two twin girls who are like 6 or 5 or something, and they live in that bedroom obviously. But I really love how it turned out, because I normally like hate building kids' bedrooms just because I feel like the stuff in BLOXBURG is like really small, and obviously it's small because they're kids, they don't need full-grown chairs and like stuff. But like I always feel like it's really hard to decorate and like make it look really good because everything's so small, and it's like hard to fill up the space and make it look nice. But I think the room turned out really good, and it still looks like a kid's room without being like over the top. So I'm like kind of obsessed with it, and I just love the bunk bed. Like I don't know, I saw like a Pinterest inspiration picture, and I was like, I love that, and I just kind of incorporated it into like the build, and I knew I wanted to have that bed in there somewhere, and it just worked, and it just felt right. And I just really love how that bedroom turned out. And I also really loved the dining room, and I especially loved the bar cart, because like I've always wanted to build a bar cart in BLOXBURG, but like I never really did, or I never really had the opportunity to. But I found like the perfect space in that little house to like make a bar cart, and I thought it looked so cute, and I love how it turned out. Like I don't know, I'm obsessed with it. And let's just say it's not like alcohol in it, it's just water, or it's just like juice, because yeah, it's just water. So but I think it's really cute, and I love it. And I also just love how open and like airy the dining room feels, and I feel like it just matches the house like a lot better. So yeah, I'm obsessed with it. Jeez, I like cannot find a good topic to like talk about, so bear with me. But I think I'm going to end the voiceover here for now, and I'm just gonna play some music the rest of the build, just because I have to post this build very soon. It's like 12 o'clock or 12 p.m. and I'm supposed to post it in 2 hours, and I don't know how long it's gonna export. It could be like a few hours from my editing app into my computer, then my computer to the YouTube channel. So I probably should go now, and there'll just be some nice music to vibe to. Also, it's my first voiceover, as I said earlier. Probably said that multiple times, so I don't want to like overdo it because it's not a very good voiceover, I'll be honest. I'll probably look back on this voiceover and be kind of cringed out by it. But yeah, so I'm going to leave now, but I hope you enjoy the rest of the speed build, and I will see you very soon, because I'm going to be doing like more voiceovers. So bye.